Hi, I'm Katie Ullman reporting for Katie Chats at Smitheetv in downtown Toronto. I'm here with actress Annie Clark. What was the best part about shooting solo in Algonquin Park?
The best part, probably getting to actually camp with the whole crew. A bunch of us in the last week of filming actually went out to Algonquin and Muskoka, and we all stayed in cabins, and so we were shooting all day, but then at night we had this whole camp to ourselves, so it was fun. We got to go swimming, and it was great.
Tell me a little bit about your personal experience with camp.
I went to camp for about 5 years, and I actually was getting to the age where I was going to have to be a counselor and do a solo, and I quit. I didn't want to. I mean, mind you, I started acting and stuff too, so I wasn't really going to camp anymore, but I was terrified of doing a real life solo, and then a few years later, here I am doing it.
And when you were cast in the film and heard, the concept that you were doing a solo, were you freaked out? Were you scared?
I was more just like, wow, I can't believe I'm going to have to actually do all this stuff. But once I was actually on set, it takes away all of the fear. I mean, when I'm talking to Daniel Cash and we're just talking about our days and stuff, and then in the next minute he's like strangling me, it's hard to be that scared of him,
And what was it like working with Isaac?
It was amazing. I met Isaac in the audition, and then I had a callback, so right after I got the part, we met up for coffee and talked, and we had a lot in common, and he's such a great guy, such an amazing person to work with because he's really collaborative, and he wants everyone's input, so that was such a nice environment to work in.
Absolutely. And how do you create the suspense in the film? I mean, you're basically in it the entire time, and do you think it's mainly the sound, the sound design, or, when you're acting, how do you create those moments?
Yeah, I mean, sound definitely has a lot to do with it. I think what was so great about what Isaac did is he actually, he used lack of sound to make it scarier. So there's a lot of moments where it's just pure silence, and I think that gets the audience really like, oh, we don't know how to feel, because a lot of the time the music sort of lets you know what's coming. So I thought that was so great, the way he used silence. But for me, I don't know, there was a lot of, just building off that, there was a lot of times where I wasn't speaking in the movie at all and had to sort of just be there. And that was sort of challenging as an actor to not be doing something all the time. But I think it totally, once I see the finished product, that totally helps with the suspense, sort of that, what's going to happen. Yeah.
And what has it been like for you after, being on Degrassi, being super well known for that, being out in the world and now pursuing your feature film career?
Yeah, it's drastically different from Degrassi, and I sort of feel like Degrassi was real high school, and I've graduated, and now I'm out in the real world. So I was kind of when I finished Degrassi, I was kind of like, oh no, what am I gonna do now? And then solo came to me, and it just was just the greatest learning experience, and totally was this sort of rejuvenation for me, and it made me want to do more stuff like this.
And where's the best place for us to follow you online?
Twitter, Annie J. Clark. And I have an official Facebook page as well, and Instagram and all that stuff. Every social media outlet, basically.
Awesome. Well, Thank you so much. Congratulations on the film, and best of luck with the release on February 28th.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm Katie Ullman reporting for Katie Chats in downtown Toronto.